Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 5:30 News on KPAX, Montana's news leader.
We're making our schools and our children safer will be our top priority. It is not enough to simply take actions that make us feel like we are making a difference. We must actually make that difference.
Good evening, I'm Dennis Bragg.
And I'm Jill Valley. You're looking live at a big candlelight vigil going on right now in Florida in honor of those kids and those teachers who were gunned down. It was a football coach and athletic director, young, fresh faces at that school in Florida. Even though Montana is thousands of miles away from Parkland, Florida, it still hits close to home for parents and students in Montana after what happened yesterday. 19-year-old
Nicholas Cruz is being charged with 17 counts of premeditated murder following yesterday's mass shooting in Florida. Authorities say Cruz was an orphan with a troubled past who was expelled from that same high school last year. CBS's correspondent Kenneth Craig brings us the latest.
Are you Nicholas Jacob Cruz?
Yes, ma'am.
Nicholas Cruz arrived for his first court appearance in Florida's Broward County as a profile emerges of a troubled past.
You're going to be held without bond until further order of the court.
Classmates recall the 19-year-old threatening other students and bragging about killing animals before he was expelled from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School for disciplinary reasons. He's now charged with 17 counts of premeditated murder. The victims in Wednesday's shooting include students, a campus monitor, and a dearly loved athletic director.
I feel like I'm in a dream. I don't believe this is real. There's no way to describe what happened.
Cruz had posted photos of himself on Instagram holding knives and guns. The Broward County Sheriff begged the public in the future to point out red flags.
Don't think about calling us, call us.
Investigators have been filling in a timeline for the rampage, starting with how the shooter walked right in fully armed.
This particular individual came on the campus at the time of dismissal, and that is a fairly open time.
Addressing the nation, President Trump avoided any specific reference to gun control.
It is not enough to simply take actions that make us feel like we are making a difference. We must actually make that difference.
While politicians debate the epidemic of gun violence, a shattered community gathered in prayer to remember the victims. Kenneth Craig, CBS News, Parkland, Florida.
Now, the leader of a white nationalist militia claims Cruz was a member of his group and participated in exercises in Tallahassee, Florida. Mississippi man says he warned the FBI about Cruz last year after he posted a comment on a YouTube video that said, "I'm going to be a professional school shooter." The FBI says it investigated at the time, but couldn't determine who actually made that comment. Now, the deadly shooting raises new questions about school and government officials' efforts to keep students safe in our own hometowns. 33 states, including Montana, require every school or school district to have a comprehensive safety or emergency plan.
MTN's Connor McCauley spoke to the Missoula County Public Schools head of safety and operations to find out how the district is protecting its students and staff. Connor.
Thanks, Jill and Dennis. Safety is a big concern and priority for Missoula County Public Schools. It's so important that 3 years ago, Missoula voters approved a bond levy dedicating $158 million to renovate local schools. A big chunk of that money was aimed at modernizing security inside of schools, from high schools down to elementary. After yesterday's tragic events in Florida, many Missoulians are asking, has that money done enough to prevent the same thing from happening here? Each school presents their own unique set of problems. So how does a school district keep all of its students and campuses as safe and secure as possible?
We like to research and investigate things that happen nationwide. And safety and security isn't something that remains stagnant. You have to develop it, and it evolves and it changes. And so we take that very seriously. And it's never just, okay, we're done, we're good, and we're complacent with what we got. We're always looking at ways of changing our security up and evolving it.
Mick Williams talked more about where the approved bond money is being used to improve security. We'll have that tonight at 10. Now back to you, Jill and Dennis.
All right, Connor, thank you. Governor Steve Bullock, in line with a request from President Trump, ordered all flags flown at half-staff from today until sunset on February 19th out of respect for the Florida shooting victims. Bullock also says these acts of violence have become far too prevalent and says, quote, "We must reflect on both our mental health care system and gun safety laws and start the conversation about how we find solutions that save lives." Switching gears now to weather, we could see a large winter storm this weekend that could bring gusty winds and some heavy wet snow. For more on what we can expect, let's turn it over now to Chief Meteorologist Aaron Yost. Aaron.
You know, models coming into more and more agreement that we are going to see a pretty big system this upcoming weekend. So if you have travel plans, be aware we do have some pretty bad travel conditions expected here, especially on Saturday. Today, though, Hamilton First Security Bank iCam showing you a nice lull in activity. That light gray, you're seeing cloud cover. Not seeing any of that across north central and northeast Montana. However, it is a little bit on the cold side. We will continue to see that cold air pushing westward. At the same time, that moisture starting to arrive from the west, interacting together. We do have winter weather advisories out. This is early Friday afternoon into Saturday morning, but even bigger fish to fry. Winter storm watches have been issued from Saturday morning through Sunday afternoon for some even greater snowfall totals. All those details on the way.
In other news this afternoon, a Trout Creek couple is being ordered to pay nearly $14,000 in fines after reaching plea agreements in what state officials are calling one of the worst cases of wildlife baiting they've ever seen. Derek Ricks and his wife Cheryl Kuhn Ricks were charged with several crimes in December 2016, including illegally hunting game animals over bait, feeding of game animals, and failing to meet residency requirements. Illegal kills included a bull elk, mule deer bucks, 2 white-tailed bucks, and a black bear. That was in a 3-year period before 2015. The white-tailed bucks and black bear were killed with the aid of bait, and the harvest of the bear was not reported to FWP. Spokesman Dylan Tabish tells us the officials investigating the case estimate that several hundred pounds of supplemental feed were placed at a single feeder. The couple originally faced a whopping 67 citations, but entered a plea agreement with Sanders and Gallatin counties last August.
Against our fair chase ethics, it goes against our hunting tradition, and it's an unfair advantage for a hunter to be using that attractant to try to bring in big game to then kill.
In addition to the fine, the couple must pay $3,000 in restitution, and they're banned from hunting, fishing, and trapping for 3 years. Republican U.S. Senate candidate Troy Downing charged multiple times for allegedly buying Montana resident hunting and fishing licenses when he wasn't in the state is going to trial 2 weeks before his contested primary election. Downing's trial is set for 3 days from May 23rd to 25th. He's a businessman from Big Sky, one of 4 Republicans running for the party's nomination to challenge Democratic Senator John Tester this fall. That primary is on June 5th. State Department of Fish, Wildlife, and Parks has cited Downing 7 times for buying or applying to buy resident hunting and fishing licenses when he wasn't a Montana resident.
If you've ever wondered how much that painting on the wall is worth or if Grandma's brooch is really valuable, you can find out this weekend when the Missoula Art Museum brings 2 celebrity appraisers to town. Tim Gordon and Grant Zahaiko want to take a look at your stuff. Both have appeared on the popular Antiques Roadshow program and have appraised millions of items. This event is a fundraiser for the museum, but it's also a chance to get some insight into your collectibles or antiques. It could be an old Arbor Day poster or a vintage Highland beer mug. You'll get a good idea of its monetary value.
We are looking for, fine paintings come into these events. I've had paintings that have gotten up into real high prices, but also we love Montana. We love the history and the art and the culture here. So bring it on, Missoula. Let's see what you have.
The Celebrity Appraisal event is this Saturday only from 10:30 to 2:30 at the Missoula Art Museum in downtown Missoula. It will cost you $20 an object. All proceeds from the event support the free admission and programming the museum brings to Missoula, and you do not need an appointment to have your item evaluated.
Coming up, Erin says we're in for another winter storm. She has more on what to expect in just a few minutes.
And coming up after the break, we'll take a look back through the KPAX archives where one Missoulian's Olympic dreams began. Stay tuned.